For many years, bears lived apart from human society, deep in the forest and rarely appearing near residential areas. However, as the boundary between nature and human settlements gradually began to overlap, encounters increased noticeably. What were once brief sightings have turned into situations where bears approach people on trails, along forest edges, and even near neighborhoods. And field management, the risk does not lie only in the moment a trap is triggered. What matters more is how the entire area is handled afterward. If procedures are not strictly controlled, an intervention point can become a reference within a bear's behavioral map, increasing the likelihood that it will remember the location and return later. Bears do not act on impulse. They respond to chains of stimuli, including scent, sound, movement, and spatial memory. When an individual approaches humans without facing clear resistance, that behavior can be reinforced. If not interrupted in time, the level of boldness gradually increases, raising the risk for both sides. For this reason, modern control systems focus not just on reacting to isolated incidents, but on preventing dangerous behavior from repeating in sensitive areas such as forest edges and hiking routes. Infrared cameras and motion sensors help identify individuals showing signs of approaching people. Accurate identification is essential, because not every bear poses the same level of threat. Once an individual is confirmed to have approached too closely or displayed risky behavior, the control team deploys specialized cage traps or foothold devices with regulated clamping force. These are designed to secure the front limb without causing severe injury, using curved frames and pressure-limiting springs. Traps are placed only at verified high-risk points and are always supported by remote monitoring. When the target steps into position, the automatic mechanism activates and sends a signal to the coordination center. A rapid response team arrives immediately. The animal is sedated under veterinary protocol and transported away from the area. The site is then carefully cleaned, removing scent and traces to prevent unnecessary memory associations. If handled carelessly, a capture point can become a lasting marker in a bear's behavioral map. When managed correctly, however, the area returns to a neutral state, carrying no signal of risk or reward. This is the core principle of long-term management, controlling not only the individual, but also the information the environment conveys. In residential zones, every action must meet even stricter standards. Crowds are avoided, Images that could cause panic are restricted, and no individual is left restrained on site for extended periods. The objective is not simply to resolve the immediate situation, but to ensure the location is not remembered as a confrontation point. Captured individuals are transported to designated facilities in accordance with wildlife management regulations. Based on behavioral assessment and risk level, they may be relocated to suitable habitats or handled under specialized professional plans. Most importantly, they are not returned to the original location to reinforce approach behavior toward humans. In bear management, success is not measured by the number of traps deployed. It is evaluated by whether dangerous behavior stops, whether trails become safe again, and whether residents can carry out outdoor activities without constant alertness. Traps are only tools. Long-term stability depends on a coordinated system, from identification to environmental restoration. Over time, the most effective solution is not immediate reaction, but breaking the chain of dangerous behavior from the beginning. When the environment no longer reinforces approach behavior toward humans, conflict levels gradually decline. If you found this content useful, share your thoughts in the comments and follow the channel for the next part on lower risk management methods. Mornings in remote forested mountain areas, far from human settlements, often begin in deep quiet. Thin mist hangs lightly among the treetops, the ground remains damp after a long night, and the forest seems as though it is still asleep. Yet within that stillness, large footprints pressed clearly into the soft earth have appeared. They point to a reality that is becoming increasingly evident. Bears are moving closer to human living spaces. For decades, bears have been symbols of the deep wilderness. They roamed across vast territories, keeping their distance from human communities. However, as forests shrink, natural food sources decline, and human activity pushes deeper into nature, the boundary between these two worlds begins to blur. Bears are not invading villages. They are simply trying to survive. In rural and mountainous regions, bears are often drawn by the scent of easily accessible food. Crops, livestock enclosures, garbage bins, and even food storage areas can become targets. As a result, unwanted encounters are increasing, raising a critical question. How can conflict be reduced while still protecting both people and wildlife? Within this context, bear traps emerge as a necessary management solution, not as a means of eliminating bears, but as a way to control, monitor, and rebalance the relationship between humans and nature. Contrary to common negative perceptions, modern trapping systems are designed with the goal of minimizing harm to animals. Setting a trap does not begin with metal or mechanical mechanisms. It begins with understanding. Wildlife management teams must carefully study bear movement patterns, commonly used routes, feeding times, and their reactions to human-made environments. Each forest area, each bear population, has its own unique characteristics. Traps are typically placed at strategic locations, familiar trails, areas bears repeatedly return to, or points where they access human food sources. The bait scent is not intended to provoke aggression, but to mimic natural food sources so bears approach calmly, without fear or stress. When a bear enters a trap, the most important priority is to prevent panic. Modern designs emphasize sufficient space, avoid sharp edges, and minimize physical impact. The goal is to keep the bear in a stable condition until specialized teams arrive. Once the bear is safely secured, the next steps are not rushed. Experts assess the animal's health, determine its age and sex, and evaluate how well it has adapted to human environments. This data plays a crucial role in developing long-term management strategies. In many cases, bears are fitted with tracking devices before being relocated to more suitable habitats. This allows researchers to gain deeper insights into movement behavior, territorial range, and how bears respond after intervention. This is not the end of a process, but the beginning of long-term scientific observation. Bear traps are not the only solution, but they are an important component of a comprehensive management system. When combined with community education, improved food storage practices, and thoughtful land use planning, the number of conflicts can be significantly reduced. What matters most is a shift in perspective. Bears are not intentional threats. They are responding to changes created by humans. When used for the right purpose, traps become tools for reducing tension rather than escalating conflict. and many places, results have already shown a clear difference. The number of bears returning to residential areas has gradually declined. Residents feel safer. And most importantly, bears continue to exist within their ecosystems, not removed from the natural landscape. When nature loses its balance, solutions do not lie in extreme reactions, but in understanding and planned management. Keeping people safe, protecting bears, and maintaining ecosystem stability. These are the true goals behind every trap placed deep within the forest.